All right, so we're on to our next meal prep recipe for a white chicken chili. And this is gonna come together using 2 of the chicken breasts. This is gonna feed about 4 people, maybe 5 or 6, depending on how big the servings are. And Rachel's gonna start by sauteing some of the veggies while I chop up 2 of these chicken breasts that we meal prepped.
All right, so let's get the stove going here. Like a medium, so this is a gas stove, so I'm gonna go medium, slightly over medium, but you can go medium high, depending on your stove. I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of avocado oil to the bottom of this pan. I'm gonna let that heat up.
And it's about 4 cloves of garlic, we said, right, Rachel?
Yes, sounds about right.
Okay.
4 or 5, depends how garlicky you like it.
Right.
All right, so I'm adding that 4 cloves of chopped garlic to the pan, and we'll let the garlic start to cook alone, and then when it's starting to get nice and toasty brown, we're gonna add our onion.
So we did 1 onion and then 1 bell pepper, and you can use any color of pepper that you like. I kind of like the yellow in the white chicken chili. It just kind of, the color looks nice.
It goes nice mild flavor.
Yeah. All right, so this is coming together.
We can move our garlic around a little bit in the pan.
I can smell the garlic starting to cook, which means it's probably nearing getting ready. It's nice and fragrant.
Getting ready, yep.
All right, and I've got our chicken almost ready. We're gonna add that in after we get the veggies cooked up. In addition,
I like how you're cutting it on an angle there.
yeah, I'm trying. It's not.
Almost like a shred.
Yeah, I don't really like chunks as much in this. It kind of spreads out a little nicer. So I'm using a fork and a knife to kind of shred it with the grain.
Perfect.
So, and we're also going to include, we've pre-chopped here some zucchini, a whole zucchini, and a jalapeno. We're going to dump those in eventually, and we've got some seasoning to add as well. But you can use any of the veggies you have in your refrigerator, really. This is not a hard and fast. If you don't have a zucchini but you have pepper and onion, you can dump that in.
Great, very adaptable. I think that's the beauty of all of these recipes that we're making from simple chicken is we're getting tons of flavor, and we're using, it can be planned out or it can be using what you have on hand.
Right.
So we're gonna add in that chopped onion now that my garlic's browning and smelling super fragrant. I'll probably give the onion a minute or 2 before I add the chopped peppers.
And I'm gonna start to measure out so we can start to use this. So we're gonna use about a teaspoon of chili powder. I'm just going to combine this all in a bowl. I'm going to use about a teaspoon of cumin. About a half a teaspoon of paprika.
And if you have a smoked paprika, that will work just as well.
Yep.
If you don't have regular paprika.
Absolutely. That adds nice flavor. And then about a teaspoon of oregano. And you can see I have some fresh cilantro here that we can top it with at the end, but we don't want to cook with that. Alright, so we're going to dump all of that in 1 minute. You want the jalapenos and the peppers are going to go in next.
Okay. Let's add those in. My onions are cooked down, wilted a little bit. Add in my 1 small diced jalapeno. Don't want to get too big of chunks of those in.
Yeah, and I took the seeds out of that one because I don't like it too spicy. You can always add some spice, but if you leave the seeds in, it's definitely going to be spicy.
Definitely be heat, yes, higher heat there. The yellow pepper is chopped and in the bowl, or the pot I should say, and we're just going to give that another couple turns. Okay.
Do you want the seasoning? You almost ready for that?
Sure. You can throw the seasoning in. Seasoning.
Okay.
No wrong answer there.
Okay.
There's our mixture of seasonings added into our soup pot. We're gonna just stir those around, evenly incorporate them.
Okay.
Starting to smell really good
It
now.
does smell good, doesn't it?
Yes.
And then I have 2 cans of chopped green chilies, and we're gonna add that in. Got them.
That adds really nice flavor and just a nice texture as well.
Yeah, it does. Got that top
Got
stuff
it.
in here. All right,
Perfect.
there's one. Take the top out. All right, 2 cans.
Okay, and there's some nice seeds in there, so there'll be a little heat.
And then we still have our zucchini, but I kind of like to add that at the end as it simmers because I don't like that to get too soggy. Zucchini tastes better, I think, when it's kind of crisp and vibrant. So I usually wait to add that at the end.
That's a great tip, even for zucchini noodles. That's the biggest complaint I hear the most about working with zucchini noodles is they got really mushy and overcooked
Right.
because it happens very quickly.
Yeah.
Definitely smart to add in the last few minutes of cooking.
So how are we looking with the vegetables?
Looks good.
I'm gonna add 4 cups of chicken broth. You could use veggie broth if you were trying to keep things vegetarian, but I like the chicken. You could also use the powdered bone broth, which is a nice addition. Okay, so we've got 4
Okay.
cups, and I'm also now, I think, ready to add in the chicken.
Okay.
Put that in.
Yeah, I love the way you shredded that. Okay.
And I'll add the zucchini, and we'll just let that all kind of come to a boil and cook for about 15-20 minutes. Keep it at a simmer, and we'll be ready to put it in a bowl.
Sounds great. We'll show you when it's ready.